So here we have my back porch as it is before I did this makeover. It's a mess. I've actually got some furniture there that a friend gave to me. It's actually from Restoration Hardware, or RH. It's just too big for the porch. You can see that we've got some stains on the porch that need to be taken care of. An old fireplace, some plants there. That's a citronella plant. I actually had that ceiling fan installed earlier. It didn't come original to the house. But the first thing that I wanted to do was add some curtains around the edge of the house, or excuse me, the edge of the porch. And so what I'm spraying there is some Rust-Oleum anti-rust clear coat on those curtain rods. I got those curtain rods from IKEA. And everything I've got, I'm going to try to post down below for you guys. I'm going to post the links to get them. Those IKEA curtain rods are fairly inexpensive. I think I spent maybe like $2 or $3 on them. Here I've got IKEA curtains. These are the lace, really, really thin ones. These also not very expensive. You can see my little one there. She loves to help mommy on her DIY projects. And so what I did with those curtains was I actually sprayed them with some Scotch Guard heavy duty for outdoor. That'll also be linked down below in order to protect them from the elements. Now, here I am putting these curtains up, and full disclosure, I ended up taking these curtains down because they kept blowing on the top of the roof and getting stuck up there. And they ended up getting really, really dirty, and we never used them. So I ended up taking them down. But for this project, I thought I wanted the curtains to help try to keep bugs out during the summertime. We're in Texas, so there's a lot of bugs. But we actually never ever used them. What I originally did to hang up these curtains was use some command strips. And those command strips worked for a while. A few of them ended up blowing off in storms or whatnot. And so what I ended up doing was getting some cup hooks from Walmart, I believe, and actually drilling those into the roof there of my porch in order to hold up the curtains. And those worked really well. And it held up the rods really well. Again, you see my little one there trying to climb the ladder and me telling her no. But anyway, so you can see there I have gone on and hung up my plants. A little bit more about that citronella plant. So my mom told me that citronella plants, help keep mosquitoes away. And at the beginning of spring, going into summertime especially, we end up having a really bad mosquito problem around the house. And so I use this citronella plant. I put one up on my back porch, and I also put one up on my front porch. And it seems to help a lot. I do notice the difference in putting up the citronella plants and not having the mosquitoes. I also bought these citronella incense sticks from the Dollar Tree. I really haven't burnt them, so I don't know if they work, but they do smell great. So I went on and put them out there. You'll see them later in the video. But you'll see me there still, just trying to hang the curtain rods up. There's a lot of things that I didn't get in this video. I figured it'd be a little boring. There you see I've got bubbles going. Now I'm trying to distract my little one with the bubbles, hopefully, to keep her from climbing. But I put together our new patio furniture, which we got from Wayfair. And it just fit the space much better than that RH furniture. The RH furniture is just way too big. And I ended up selling that furniture to help pay for most of the stuff that's now going on this porch. And I also put together a fire pit table that I got from Walmart. And again, these things will be linked below if you want to go check it out. I think, pretty affordable for what I was looking for, something that we would just be comfortable on and have a nice time sitting on the back porch. So now what I'm doing is I'm detangling these solar lights that I got from Amazon. I believe they're 27 feet. At first I was going to have them crisscrossing underneath the patio, but I didn't think that was necessary, especially since the ceiling fan has a light. So I wanted to have, that ambience of light outside when we're out there in the nighttime, but I didn't think I needed to go too overboard with these lights. And so, I wanted the solar lights, one, to save on the electricity, and two, I didn't want to have to deal with cutting them on and off or getting a timer to cut them on and off. Pretty much they soak up the sun all day, and at nighttime they pop on, and then I'm assuming they stay on pretty much all night because they're on by the time we go to bed at night. Now when we wake up in the morning, it's dusk, they're no longer on, but this is pretty good set of solar lights. They've held up pretty well. And so you can see there the curtains are just so flimsy. They're just blowing in the wind right now. And the one to the left there has gotten stuck on the roof. So that's why I eventually took these curtains down, because that's all they did was blow up on the roof. And I don't know. I don't think we need the curtains. Like I said, we didn't use them. I ended up taking them down. And so, I decided to tie a knot to see if that didn't help keep the curtains from flying. It didn't. Here I ended up mounting this curtain rod on the inside of the porch because it was just too long to fit on the outside. I guess I didn't do good enough measuring with the length of curtain rod that I got. And you see me tugging at the curtain trying to get it down, because that's all it did was just fly on the roof. So I wanted to make some lanterns to go around my porch. I've had these jars in my stash forever. I think I got them at Walmart, and they're less than $10. And so what I decided to do was, cut a hole in the lid that fit the solar lights. I got these solar lights from Dollar Tree, I believe. And at that time, they were still $1. I believe these solar lights are $1.25 now. And so I'm just marking out the hole, measuring the hole in order to drill. And what I did to drill was I drilled a hole with my drill bit in the middle of that circle that I made, and then use those metal pliers and the wire cutters in order to peel back the hole to make the hole available to fit these solar lights in. I hope that makes sense. You can see better, or I can show you better than what I'm explaining. But the whole idea is I wanted these to be around the fence, to have that lighting around the fence. I didn't want to put solar lights. One, it would get fairly expensive in order to do that. And so I just wanted a little bit of light around there. And you can see me, I'm just taking my little wire cutters and pulling the metal back in order to make the hole, to have the solar light fix, or the solar light sit in the hole for the lantern. And so these turned out to be, a great fix for a while. The issue I have with these solar lights is that when it rains, because there's that hole at the top of the lid, water gets in there, and it has gotten pretty nasty. The water has. And so that doesn't look great after a while. And then when you have a storm come through, those glasses, they hit up against the fence. And if they're close to a metal pole, the bottom of the glass breaks. And so then I have glass in my yard. There you see me just hot gluing the light in just so I can make sure that it stays put. It doesn't go flying. But anyway, so the glass breaks, and so I've actually replaced these lanterns with something different since I recorded this video, and maybe that'll be a future video that I can show you guys how I replaced those lanterns, just because the glass was breaking and that water was getting in it. But up until then, it was really beautiful. You can see there, I also have these hooks, these wall hooks, these garden wall hooks for planters that I got from the Dollar Tree also. And I'm just going to screw those into the fence using the screws that it comes with in order to hang my lanterns. And so I got these wire hangers off of Amazon. And they're specifically made for these jars here. And you just clip it around the top of the jar, and it creates a handle for the jar to hang. And so what you'll do is hang the jar from those, or the lantern from those garden hooks, and you have lanterns on your fence. I made 10 of these to go around my yard. And like I said, while at the beginning they lit the yard just fine, it was very pretty. It's just the whole, elements of nature. And you can actually see it. The original hooks that I purchased were too big for these jars. And so I ended up having to go back to Amazon and purchase some smaller hooks for the jars. And again, these will be linked down below. So if you're interested, you can go onto Amazon. But I'm just going to finish doing these jars, these lanterns. And there you can see I got the right size hangers for the lanterns, and I've done the majority of them. And you just wrap it around the jar as I'm doing there, and you'll be able to hang them outside. And I love the lanterns. They're fairly easy, fairly cheap to make. So here I'm working on my outdoor pillows, and what I decided to do was go to IKEA again, and I got these pillows from IKEA. I believe the gold ones that I'm working with were actually on clearance when I purchased them, but I can't remember. But I went to IKEA, got these pillow covers, and what I'm going to do here is Scotch guard them again in that same heavy duty Scotch guard for outdoor use to protect them from the elements. Now what I did was I bought a cover, or a few covers, for my new patio furniture from Walmart, and I'll link those below too for you. But yeah, I bought them. They were fairly inexpensive to cover the furniture. They don't fit exactly over the furniture, but they do the job to keep my furniture and the pillows or whatnot from the elements of the water. But just to be doubly safe, I decided to also Scotch guard these, and I'm Scotch guarding the inserts to the pillow covers also, just to be doubly safe, to make sure that we can keep them as clean as possible, since these are not outdoor pillows. I wanted to go with this black and white with gold and teal, The rest of my house is pretty neutral, the inside of the house, but for the outside, I kind of want it to be a little bit more daring and have a little more color. And so, I saw the gold pillows. I knew I wanted black and white as a base. So you'll see the black and white pillows, and the black and white rug that I got, the outdoor rug. And I also make some additional black and white pillows from some IKEA hand towels that I received. I did not get that on camera to show you how I did that, but I pretty much just hot glued those. It's a no-sew method in order to get those pillows. But there you see me Scotch guarding everything, the pillow covers. You'll also see in the back there my new fire pit, the one I was talking about earlier. It's actually a fire pit table, which I love. You can use it as a table during the daytime. But anyway, so I put that together off camera, and that's also going to be a part of my setup outside. These two pillows used to be on my couch, and I went to wash these pillows and didn't have it on the right setting in the washer. And so you can see there half of it, or a corner, is chopped off. I ended up sewing that back together. But I could no longer use those pillows because they got chopped off. So what I decided to do is use them as inserts outside instead of wasting them. And so you see me Scotch guarding those to use as inserts. And so I actually got these inserts from IKEA. And I'm trying to decide here which insert I'm going to put in what. I want to make sure that the pillows are as fluffy as possible. And so I'm kind of sort of measuring on the outside to see if I can stick the pillows in there. What I ended up going with, though, with these IKEA pillows, sleeping pillows, and they were super duper on sale. I think they were like $2 per insert. And so I ended up using those in the inserts. And I used 2 per pillow cover in order to make sure I got that fluffiness. I figured I would go with the cheaper version because these pillows are going to be going outside, and just in case they got soiled or messed up, it didn't cost me that much. These are some additional inserts that I just had on hand that I'm Scotch guarding. So yeah, I shop my house a lot to try to lower costs on this makeover of my porch. And there's those two. That's one of the $2 sleeping pillow inserts that I used. It makes the pillow more fluffy because it's longer than what the cover is, and so if you put that in there and stuff it in there, it'll make your pillow a little bit more fluffy because you've got to kind of stuff the longer edges into the pillow cover. But yeah, so the big ticket items that went out on this porch was the new patio furniture, the fire pit table. The rest of the things I try to, be as economical as possible. Also wanted to mention that the patio table actually the patio furniture actually came with the table. But since I'm going to be using this fire pit table outside, then I had an extra table. So what I decided to do was use that extra table as extra seating. And so, I was creative with finding what I could use as a padding for that table, so people could sit on it and just have extra seating outside for when we have additional folks come over and chill out with us. And there's my little one again, her legs, wanting to DIY with mommy. And so what I'm doing here is I'm making sure that I'm getting the pillow insert into the corners of the covers, just to make sure they're as fluffy as possible. Um, fluffier pillows are more appealing and more comfortable too. So want to make sure we got that. And I mean, I had a lot of pillows. I may have overdone it with pillows. Many of these pillows that I make are sitting in that storage unit that I've got sitting on the porch also. There you see me double stuffing this particular pillow. Those inserts are a little bit smaller. I think those are 18 by 18. These pillow inserts are 20 by 20, I believe. And so in order to make sure that that particular pillow was a little bit fluffier, I just used two inserts. So what I decided to use as the cushion for the table that came with the patio furniture was this pillow cover that I believe is actually for a dog, or an animal. I think you're supposed to use it as a bed for an animal, but it was the perfect size of for my table, and you can see there in this final reveal that people can use it and sit on it as cushion. And so also got some lanterns back there. I got a few from Five Below, or one from Five Below. The other two are from IKEA. You can see the pillows that I made from the IKEA hand towels that I mentioned earlier to go on the furniture. Also got these IKEA stools and the brick from Home Depot in order to make little side tables, and some little decor there from just shopping my house and spray painting. The curtains look amazing here. I love how they look. They're not flying on the roof. And this space turned out so well. I really like how it all came together. It's much more room. The furniture fits so much better on the porch than the previous furniture. You can see I've got the pillows stacked there in the back. Like I said, I went a little overboard. And then you can see we have the lanterns up on the fence there, and they get all the sun during the daytime and shine bright at night. And I've also got this projector, and that's the projector screen. Got to figure out how to get the projector screen attached to the bottom poles. I think I could just get some zip ties or something to keep it from flying so that we can enjoy movies outside. But anyway, so that is my backyard porch makeover.